The Bronco is a very rare vehicle still at this point. There's a lot of orders, but not very many of them running around on the streets. But if you are unique and you want something that is completely different than every other Bronco you could potentially find on the road, this may be a good option for you. This is the Roush Bronco R. And here it is. This is the finished product of what the Roush Bronco R is supposed to be. Now, a little bit about the chassis of the vehicle. We actually had to take one of our Broncos. This is a customer that ordered their Bronco that they decided they no longer wanted it, and it allowed us to put this vehicle into our inventory, which means that we have the ability to convert it with this Roush Performance package. So I'm excited to show you in this video exactly what we did to it, exactly what the packaging looks like, but a little bit more about the chassis. It is a black diamond, 2021, cyber orange is the color. This one has the mid package. You still have some creature comforts like the Sync 4 system with the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto all wirelessly, so that's kind of nice. You have the heated seats to go with that, and you also have the marine grade vinyl, which is the biggest selling point, in my opinion, of the black diamond trim level. Before we get into the details on exactly what is included in the Roush Performance package for this Bronco, let me remind you that our giveaway is ending literally in 2 days at the time that I'm recording this video. So on January 15th, the giveaway is ending, where if you go to tccustoms.com and pick out any kind of merch, a hat, a shirt, a sweatshirt like this one, for every $1 spent gets you 2 entries into this giveaway. This is literally going to be the last time you'll have an opportunity to win that particular Bronco that you see right there on the screen. So it's a pretty sweet deal, and it's going to end very, very soon. So go ahead and check out those links down below if you want to get entered into that giveaway. So now let's jump back into the Roush Performance package on this Bronco. First up, let's talk about the wheels on this particular Bronco. As you can see, these are a set of 17 by 8.5 inch Roush wheels. They're the iridium gray is the name of the color, and these are pretty much the only way that I'm aware of that you can buy these wheels are in this Roush Bronco R package that is included on this particular Bronco. Now, a fun fact about the Roush Bronco package is that it is going to be dealer installed, so meaning that you can, in normal times, what happens is Roush Performance will order an F-150 or an F-250 or a Ranger, and they will upfit it at their manufacturing facility up in Michigan. Now, the only problem is there's so many people with Broncos on pre-order that Roush is not currently able to get Broncos directly from the manufacturer, convert them, and then send them to the dealers. So instead, what they're doing is Roush is selling a kit, a package that allows you to upgrade the vehicle yourself, or your Roush dealer can do that for you. But once again, you have the wheels. Now, right now, there is not a suspension system that Roush is offering. They're currently still developing that, along with a set of tires. They're testing a couple of different tires. So in the meantime, what we thought we would do is add a zone 2-inch lift kit all the way around and include a set of 35 by 1250 Nitto Ridge Grapplers. As you guys know, one of my favorite tires out there on the market, just simply because of how aggressive the tread pattern on the sidewall looks, not to mention that it's a dual sidewall. So if you want a different pattern on the outside, you have the ability to switch them around, which is a pretty sweet little setup. It's a nice hybrid tire. It's quiet on the road, but still gives you plenty of performance off-road if that's something that you are into. We are going to save what I think is the best for the last, but in the meantime, let's talk a little bit about the graphics, because one thing that I love about Roush is that you pay for it and they give you the opportunity to know that your vehicle is a little bit different than everybody else's. First thing you'll notice is you do have this matte black stripe that runs down the entire length of the vehicle with big bold letters in the back that say Roush. That's pretty cool. I also like the fact that just like every Roush Performance vehicle, you do have the American flag that is located on either side of that front fender. And in addition to that, you also have the Roush badging located towards the front of the fender as well. Looking at the dead front of the vehicle, you'll also notice that Roush has included their badging on the upper part of the roof line itself. Now, I like the fact that they did not go with a windshield banner like they've done in the years past. And the reason I like this in this situation is that it's not going to actually get into your view view because the windshield on the Bronco is rather small compared to something like the Ford F-150. This is very small, but I still want to point it out. You get a Roush drive out tag, a Roush tag bracket, as well as you get a sticker located in the rear that has actually got Jack Roush's signature in the sticker itself. So pretty sweet little setup there. In the rear, you do have a 5th matching spare tire and wheel. Well, really just the wheel, because we, TC Customs, added the tire in the lift, as I've already mentioned to you guys. But one of my favorite things that I want to go ahead and show you. I know I said I was going to wait to the last thing in the video to show you, but I cannot wait any longer, and that is going to be this Roush exhaust system. Now, what's very interesting is that this particular truck has the 2.3 liter. So let's go ahead and crank it up and hear what it sounds like. So as you just heard, it does not sound bad at all. Now stick around throughout the rest of this video because we're actually going to take this thing for a test drive and actually hear what it sounds like on the road with something else that is on this vehicle, but I'm not going to show that just yet. We're going to wait just a little bit longer. Next, let's take a look at the interior. On the inside of this particular Bronco, as I've already mentioned to you, this is a black diamond edition. So it comes with this marine grade vinyl, and I think it actually looks really nice. Whereas you've got the black with the kind of a navy look. It's not really navy, it's more like a gray, but you do have navy stitching in here that really does look nice. I am a massive, massive fan of that marine grade vinyl, just for a couple of different reasons. Yes, you can hose it out. That is a feature, but that is not the feature in my opinion. One thing, I feel like this marine grade vinyl is actually a little bit more softer and a little bit more durable than leather. But my main feature, the reason I like it the most, is it feels like it transfers the heated seat better into my butt than leather does. I don't know if marine grade vinyl just allows it to get a little bit hotter, but it is a very, very nice feature if you like really hot heated seats. But getting back to the Roush goodies that are in this particular Bronco, because we have other videos that outline the Black Diamond Edition, so we're not going to get into those specifics just yet, but I want to stay back on this Roush. The very next thing I want to show you is you do have the ability to actually go with a very nice center console locking vault. So that way, if you want to put a firearm in there, or if you want to put a very small camera that is expensive in there, any kind of valuables you can put in here, lock it up with the passcode, and you don't have to worry about people smashing a window or cutting the top to get into your valuables. It's really, really nice that Roush includes that in that particular package. Now, going on with the stickers and the vinyl theme, you do have a Roush badge right there on the dashboard, which looks nice, but really what I love more than anything is going to be the actual sticker of authenticity in the passenger side door sill. This is really what tells a future buyer that this is a Roush vehicle, not just something that somebody slapped together with some parts. Now keep in mind that the Roush F-150 actually has an actual ad in Black Book for things like the Nightmare or the Stage 1s or the Stage 2s. And so it's going to be very interesting to see if Black Book actually recognizes this as an authentic Roush vehicle for valuation purposes in the future. Roush is one of the only people that I'm aware of that's currently getting extra ads or dollar amounts. It increases the value of the vehicle as an aftermarket company that can customize vehicles. The other thing that I need to note on the inside of the vehicle are going to be the Roush branded floor mats. Now, I believe these are WeatherTechs. They may be Huskyliner. I'm not quite sure, but it's going to be one of the two that are private label manufactured specifically for Roush. So it's kind of nice that your floor mats are even tied into the rest of the theme of the vehicle. Now let's take a look underneath the hood of this vehicle. So as we put the hood prop up, by the way, Ford, why couldn't you just put hood struts on this thing? This is going to be the 2.3 liter 4-cylinder. Can't remember if I've already mentioned that, but it's interesting to see the exhaust system and also this cold air intake system on the 2.3. So the fun fact about this is that it actually reuses this small little inlet portion right here, but it has a complete upper portion that has got a massive cone filter, as you can see right there on the screen. It allows for a significant more amount of airflow in this particular Bronco. Roush Performance has been listening to their customers and they have realized that a lot of people are adding and wanting extra horsepower out of a tune. So word on the street is Roush is even developing a tune for this particular vehicle that'll maintain the warranty for the Roush Performance side and also Ford Motor Company side. Now, I'm not sure if that tune is going to be specifically for the 2.7 or 2.7 and this, which is the 2.3. Only time will tell, and unfortunately horsepower, torque numbers, those are not been released yet because that tune is still in development, but time will tell. It's just interesting to see how Roush Performance tried to become one of the very first people to market with customization packages for the Bronco. All right, so for the test drive, one of the things that I love about this Black Diamond is that it does have the push button start. So just press the button, crank it up. And before we get started, another thing, this is not really about the Roush package, but it's about the actual inside of the Ford factory vehicle. And that's the fact that you have an actual household outlet plug on this particular trim level of the vehicle. So that way I can actually plug up my dead camera and charge it while I am recording this ride and drive. So the fact that this Roush Performance version of the Bronco doesn't have their own specific suspension system. It's got literally the Zone off-road 2-inch lift kit, which actually doesn't really hinder the drivability of the vehicle all that much at all. So with that being said, really what we are trying to decipher is, what does this thing sound like in performance-wise? What does it feel like when you're driving the vehicle? What does the tires do to the drivability of the vehicle? So let's go ahead and give it an acceleration. So as you can hear, the exhaust actually sounds pretty darn good for a 4-cylinder. It's not going to sound like a V8. Don't expect it to. If that's what you're expecting, you don't need to be buying a 4-cylinder or a V6 in any regard. But I'm telling you, that 4-cylinder is a lot more stout than people give it credit for. As we're doing about 40 miles an hour right now, and you can just hear it. Maybe you can't. That's the lack of drone that this exhaust system provides, which is exactly what you want. You don't want one of those loud exhaust systems where, especially with the soft top, where you can hear things a little bit better than you can in like a hard top. You don't want that exhaust to be obnoxiously loud or hit drone when you're cruising down the interstate or when you're cruising down a normal back road. Drone's really not what you're looking for. Yeah, I'm actually very pleased that Roush Performance is able to make a 4-cylinder sound halfway decent. When you compare that to the factory exhaust system, which is literally non-existent, you can't hear anything. And if that's what you're looking for, then maybe this package is not for you. But if you want just a little bit of sound without sounding obnoxious and without sounding like a fart can, this is a good option. And speaking of option, this is one of the very few options that actually offers an exhaust system for the 4-cylinder. You know, I mentioned to you that the MagnaFlow exhaust system is something that I've got on my personal Bronco, and I love that exhaust system, but as far as I'm aware, it doesn't fit a 2.3 4-cylinder. It only fits the V6 model. So it's interesting to see this particular exhaust on the 4-cylinder. Overall drivability is actually not that bad. As I've already mentioned to you, the Zone off-road lift kit, it does a really good job of maintaining a very similar to factory ride quality while being able to actually clear 35-inch tires. Now, you do have to remove the crash bars to do that, but you can fit 35-inch tires and actually have some suspension travel. I've seen some people out there, they're like, oh, I did a 1-inch level in 37s. Yeah, the second that they start to try and flex and articulate the suspension, you're probably going to run into some issues, so don't recommend that. I recommend 35 in this particular situation, and once again, the drivability is fantastic. I'm not that concerned about the axles or the gear ratios and things like that in this particular situation with these particular tires. But I am very excited to see what is in store as far as the tune is concerned coming from Roush Performance. And there you go. That is our review of the new Roush Bronco R package from Roush Performance. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you're feeling like being awesome, make sure to smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't already done so, go to those links down below and go ahead and get entered to win that new Bronco that we are giving away to you guys. So the links will be right down below. For every $1 spent gets you 2 entries into the giveaway. It's the biggest multiplier we have throughout the entire giveaway, and it's going to end extremely soon. This is pretty much your last opportunity to go ahead and check out that giveaway, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the YouTube channel with that bell notification turned on so you don't miss a single video. Peace.